welcome back to my channel. And yes, this will be the last video for today's upload. So I'm so glad that you are tuning in for this video with me and hanging out for a little bit. So what wonderful way then to end off the video with one of my favorites, RHOP, whether alum or currently refilming, it doesn't matter. One of my favorites is definitely this lady here, CANDIACE DILLARD BASSETT. Now I know, you probably say, my goodness, April, she's a bit on the controversial side, and she could be. And honestly, that's fair. Look, she gives a good read. She gives great shade. And I miss that on The Real Housewives of Potomac, for sure. Now, I know she got a little bit dangerous on these social media streets, but, I think she's been kind of calm and quiet as of, wow, for maybe the last year or so, right? She did bring in more great joy in her life by her and her husband having their first baby together. So a little boy, and we haven't seen much of anything, I don't think, on him as of yet, but I did do a video on that, how her actually, giving birth, and he had been born, and it just seemed like such a wonderful full circle moment for CANDIACE and her husband. So yeah, I think we are going to get into the merrier of situations when it comes to CANDIACE, because honestly, she has been thriving since she left RHOP. And I think that's always good. You never want to see someone exit a show that really is a great opportunity platform wise to get your whatever you're out there trying to do, whether it's your shot skis you're trying to get sold, or the type of talent you may have that you want to be able to impart on others. It's really nice when you see and hear of those actual cast members who do take a break or leave for good, continue on in a positive direction in their career and even in their personal life. So it seems like all systems a go for CANDIACE, as far as all seems to be good in her world. And with that, she also is continuing on in her professional endeavors. Of course, she's going to keep that singing going on. So I'm very happy for her on that. And with that, she is actually looking to embark on what is being categorized as an epic move, an epic career move at that. So let's go ahead and get into that, because I most certainly am curious. And if you're wondering what Miss CANDIACE is doing, go ahead and stay tuned for that, and let's figure that out together. All right. So now, according to this sharing, which is being brought to us by BravoTV.com, none other than, it says that CANDIACE DILLARD BASSETT makes another epic career move in a powerful new project. The Real Housewives of Potomac alum is bringing her musical talents to the stage this fall. Oh, it was just bound to happen, in my opinion, just bound to happen. So let's get into it. Now, apparently, CANDIACE DILLARD BASSETT is bringing her singing talents to the stage this fall. The Real Housewives of Potomac alum is already a recording artist, as we all know, with more music on the way, but will now show off her performance skills in a brand new medium during an upcoming performance in Washington, D.C. Now, CANDIACE is a cast member in the musical Dennis Williams' I've Cried the Blues for Just a Limited Time. The performance will take place at the Warner Theater in Washington, D.C. on Saturday, October 11th at 8 p.m., according to a May 14th Instagram post. CANDIACE is set to play the role of Miss Lily, a performer trying to make it big in the blues scene in Arkansas in the midst of the segregated South. Oh, I think she's going to do good here. Per the announcement for the musical, I've Cried the Blues in a raw exploration of love, loss, and the unyielding will to overcome. It tells the story of a woman who defies the world's attempt to break her, using both music as a weapon and refuge. Ooh, she's going to speak to a lot of people with this performance. CANDIACE DILLARD BASSETT shares new details on her music career. Now, the mom of one spoke to the Daily Dish on March 27th, where she shared some new details about her career and what to expect from her sophomore album after she released her first album in 2021. My writing has gotten so much better, she shared. I'm more confident in my writing and just the way that I emote in my writing. I wrote every song on this album, which is a huge accomplishment for me. Although she admitted she was nervous to release her first album, Deep Space, she came prepared to write and release her second album. With this go around, I came into the studio. I knew what I wanted to write about. I knew who I wanted to talk about. I knew how I wanted to talk my stuff, because I talked too much stuff about the project, she continued. And I felt really good about it. I'm also more vulnerable, I think, in this project. I'm ready to tour. I'm ready to perform, she added. I'm ready to create more amazing visuals, which we're working on right now. I'm ready to release my next single, which is coming very soon. So I'm ready for everything. Now, Candiace Dillard Bassett reveals the inspiration behind her single, How Do You Live? Now, Candiace released the first single, How Do You Live, off her second album in February. She sat down with Entertainment Tonight in March, where she opened up about the inspiration behind the single. This song, I kind of went back in my treasure trove of exes when I wrote this, she said in the clip from the interview posted on to her Instagram account. So if you haven't had an opportunity to check a look at that, I'm sure you can go ahead and find her out there on Instagram and take a see. She says, we all have that one ex that's like, you really broke my heart. You really are missing out, and I'm the one that got away from you. But in thinking that, I would often think, how are you able to live without me? All of this, you left off all this milk chocolate on the table? What were you thinking? She added. So, of course, we can learn more about Candiace's big return to music and see her major declaration about her career as we continue to follow her. And I know I will, because I'm so tickled with Candiace. I really do like Candiace, and I wish her and Monique would get it together and become friends again and do something together, because I want to see what Monique is doing too. I know that might be a little bit controversial, but I don't care. I love them both, and I really do miss them both on RHOP. I think they did their thing, and oh my gosh, to this day, Monique still gives us the most epic display of receipts I think I've ever seen in any franchise. Doesn't matter which one. I would definitely argue that one down for her reunion, which was the last reunion I believe that she did on RHOP, because look, if you're gonna leave, you're gonna leave with a bang. So yes, I definitely miss her, and I hope that she's doing well with her and her family and her professional endeavors as well. I know her and Chris have parted ways, and I believe the divorce may possibly or be final at this point. So definitely blessings to both of them, actually, and all their family and their future endeavors, as I shared. But back to this pretty lady, I am so excited for Candiace. I am so happy that she is doing what she's doing. I know her mother is happy, right? Because her mom voice to give her a run for her money. Lord have mercy. They had a whole therapy session on the show. I mean, it was just a whole lot happening there. I cannot imagine her mother not being so proud of her baby girl right now. And then also her sister, which I absolutely love, Candiace and her sister's relationship. So cute. Just really, very loving, partnering type of relationship. The one that you would want with your siblings, right? Very supportive of each other and what each other is doing, and just involved and all that. And I just really appreciate that for them too. And so I miss that aspect, that family love and shade that they brought so well to the franchise. Maybe one day, she will grace our screens again, but I don't know. She is really doing really well. We may not see Candiace again on RHOP, but I'm okay with that too. She just go ahead and just do herself, like, I don't know, do a tour type of docu-series. I mean, these are all a rave. Everybody's doing them, and, let us know a little bit more about the insides of how things are working for her. I would be interested, and I most certainly would watch. But yeah, I miss Candiace. That's just what it is. I said it when she left. I knew when she was saying the words coming out of her mouth that she was leaving, and I was just like, great, here we go. Another reason why I watched the show gone. So so much is happening on RHOP. So much facelifting is happening at this point. We don't even know if Karen's going to be back. Mia's then left the franchise. It may pop up on RHOA. We'll have to see. Check out my video on the platform if you haven't got a chance to hear about her future endeavors and possibilities and her interest of whether or not she would want to take the role of handing on to a peach here. It's just unfortunate that there's so much shakeups going on, but sometimes shakeups can mean good things for the show. But back to Candiace, because RHOP is going to be okay. They're going to survive, right? Even if Giselle and whoever else is left is going to carry it on their back, they're going to do what they need to do. But I tell you what, I'm just so happy for Candiace. I think that things are going really well for her, and I could not be happier for her and her family situation. And I think the piece of not having all that drama that really, some of it she caused. I mean, I think if that's fair. And then the other that she was just dealing with, I think at this point, it's a lot easier to do what she needs to do and, really continue to foster that singing career, which seems to be doing pretty well from what I understand. So I'm curious if you are a fan of Candiace and, or if you're not necessarily a fan, but have heard her music and you maybe you like the music. I mean, sometimes you may not be a fan of the person, but you may, like the art. I would be love to know either way what you think. I mean, did you get her Deep Space album? Have you listened to it all the way through? What do you think? What do you think the vibes are? I think that for her to be doing a sophomore career album, rather, means that she's doing pretty good in this ranks. And I think she is going to do her thing on that Broadway stage. I really do. I say Broadway. I don't know if it's Broadway or not. She's going to the stage. And either way, I think she's going to do great. I know she's done some movie clips that I've seen her. I've seen her on some shows and stuff. And she's a pretty good actress. It seems very natural and a feel for her. So I'm loving this. I want to see more. So I'm hoping that, for the best for her in this stage play, hopefully it will do something that will take on a tour type thing, because it's just in DC at this point. But even if it doesn't go on a tour, so to speak, to like major cities or whatnot, maybe she'll end up getting into something else that will allow her to do so. But she did say she would do a tour for music, and who knows, maybe I might get myself one of those tickets. I would love to check it out and see how it is. Good music is good music. I love great art, as you know, if you've been here for a while, you know my feeling about that. So with that, I think that'll about wrap it up for this video, and it will certainly wrap up for the videos for today. But guess what? I'll be back tomorrow with some more stories and more things to talk about, and I'm going to want to know your opinions and your thoughts, because I like to share mine. So definitely leave your thoughts here on this video as well in regards to the comment section and below. Those words did not come out. In other words, if you write some beautiful words down below in the comment section so we can chat, that would be great. And of course, if you are new here and you haven't had an opportunity to do so, look at here, there's a riot over here sometimes. So I definitely would love to have you. So hit that subscribe button, be part of the family. And for all of you that are already part of the family, you know what it is. I appreciate you so very much for your continued viewing and listening support. It does mean the world to me. And I thank you so much to you all for that. Definitely have your all notification bells on so you do not miss those updates, and those future uploads that are going to be coming up. And I'm sure tomorrow will be a doozy of stories. I don't know which ones are going to be right now, but we'll just have to see. We'll be all surprised. So with that, I thank you so much. Oh, and just to let you know too, I'm definitely going to be doing another, week 2 at this point, a week 2 wrap up of the P. Diddy trial and what's going on this week with witnesses and details and all that good stuff. So if you have not had an opportunity to, and I don't know how you probably wouldn't, at least know enough to be okay with it, right? But if you haven't had an opportunity to get the details that you may have been interested in getting for the week 1 last week, to go ahead and check those out on the platform as well, and some of the updates surrounding that, and just information and details surrounding the trial as well, even for some of those who were maybe deemed to possibly get on that stand and have not, and not being asked to at this point. So definitely check out. I did the part 1, 2, 3, and 4, dropped them all on the same day because I wanted to keep it kind of all together and easy. And I'm going to do the same thing here. It's heating up, y'all. It's heating up. Last week was treacherous, and this week I think is going to continue to be that way as well. And so I'm excited to be able to provide and share that information with you. And so definitely be on the lookout for that as well. Either I'll be dropping it on Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure which at this point, but either way it will be dropped, and we'll get into that along with some other stories as well that's happening now as well. So with that, thank you again for being here. You take care, be blessed, and stay safe. Please stay safe. It is dangerous out there. So we all want to be safe and come back and chill and hang out again for another day. So with that, I'm going to bid you adieu. Thank you again. And you have a great rest of your day, evening, whenever you are taking a look-see at this video. And I appreciate you again so much. Thank you so much. Take care.